just interesting that you were able to fight and to train a full camp for a guy like Volkanovski, especially a rematch with no sparring, with no partners, with no nothing.
Yeah, we had a lot of mental stuff, mental training. It was a lot of mental things and
Like visualization.
yeah, like I got to visualize or even just think of new ways to move or I got to think of ways to set up stuff. Like I just had more time to myself to think about the actual fight and whatever. And then even with the sparring, like the second fight for the Kattar, we didn't spar, but I moved with my partners. We grappled or we had stand up. We had ideas of this is how he moves. So I just got used to the movement and we keyed on certain things and that's it. But was nothing ever like cracking you. Like I would get. I mean, you know how it is. You see all these guys, they say like, oh, I got hurt sparring. That's how all my injuries came. I got hurt from grappling hard or sparring hard. So if you just take that out, like you get a 200% of yourself. But it comes a point, like everybody thinks I'm telling everybody to stop sparring. I'm telling the young kid to stop sparring. I'm not telling the young kid to stop sparring. When I was 16, I had to spar. But it comes a point where you spar enough to the points where everything happens. Or even fights, like I fought injured. I sparred injured. I got hurt. I had to come through stuff. Like you need these times before the show because when it comes in the show and you get hurt in a fight or something, you panic. You get buzzed in the fight, you panic. But then if you do it in these sparring or these amateur fights, then it's simple. But when you get to that certain when you get to that certain point, then you stop sparring and you save your brain because like right now, I would say at least 85 to 87% or even close to 91% of the UFC fighters. You don't have to, if you didn't come to the contender series, I think you don't have to really spar anymore. Like we're all at a high level already of thinking and doing this. Like there's other ways that you could do to figure stuff out. And that's just what I think. I'm not telling everybody else to do it.
So do you guys do a lot of drills with pads?
Drills, yeah, drills with pads or even drills on drills. Not really Dutch way, but like more. Towards
like
a fighter, yeah,
will
towards
come
a fighter.
at you with a punch and you'll step to the side
and then we
counter.
practice it, and I'll practice it. Like we look for whenever I watch tape, we look for consistencies. Guys that they do consistent movements all the time, and we work for those movements, and then we go, we apply, we ask my partner to go, and now it's much more easier to ask someone to replicate this guy for me while we're moving versus to ask someone to replicate somebody when we're sparring hard. Because I would spar hard with them.
They'll start getting, go back to their
they'll start getting their ass beat, and they'll be like, frick this. I give him a better look when I'm training, when I'm doing myself. So I'm going to go to that. But that's not it. Like even if you give me a better look as yourself, I'm trying to get ready for this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, that's when ego and stuff come in and so on and so on. So I think so we figured out a way where it worked for me, and you guys got to see, it's like I felt so good. My body, everything was like, everything was good. Yeah, I felt great.
If you don't understand how good Calvin Kattar is, you don't understand how good your performance is. Cause
I thought Calvin Kattar was, and it takes two. And I tell everybody with the numbers and stuff, like the reason why I didn't hit this numbers against Ortega is because we went only 4 rounds, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
just like Ortega's a different beast too, I think so. The ref said what it said, and that's what happened in that fight. But like Kattar was crazy because one of the rounds, I think so, like the 3rd or 4th round, I hit him, and he was just gone. Like I was like, he was gone at the end of the round. I was like, bro, this guy not walking off for the 5th round. There's no way. And motherfucker jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Like it was the 1st round. I was like, okay then. There's my answer. Would you feel like getting punched some more, my friend? We're gonna do this.
No, he's tough as fuck, man. Because there were a lot of moments in that fight where he could have quit.
Where he could have, and it's crazy because like, you see it, you see him get to that moment. Like I feel it, like it's right there, and he just throw like a bomb and he lands it on me. I'm like, what? I'm like, come on, man. And then like I hear everything. I can hear his corner yelling at him and stuff and this and that. I'm like, God damn it, Kattar. I was like one time I was like, what was funny was in one time in a fight, like he was just fucking throwing it. He somehow landed a left hook or overhand on me, and he was on the fence. And I was like, bro, the fight was just about to get finished. Like, come on, Kattar. Just like, come on, just do it. But then, at the end of the day, it's like, it's not my job. I I can't focus on what the ref gonna do, if his team is gonna throw in the towel. I just gotta focus on him, you know. And
Do you think they should have stopped that fight at any point in time?
I mean, at the end of the day, frick, I'm in Kattar shoes. Like me talking as a fighter, no way. I was like, give me a shot. And this guy's, you know, he's a puncher.
Yeah.
He's a puncher. Like this guy can like put someone down, you know. But you know, it's funny because like Teddy Atlas said the same thing, but Teddy Atlas was like telling me when I was on his show, he was like, but Max, you never got dropped. So I don't know, the odds of him knocking you out because he's a puncher is still not there. You know, it's still slim, but it is there. But at the end of the day, I can't speak on that. You know, because as a fighter, I'd be like, frick, you know, leave me in there. You know, I want to fight. You know, like even my way with even championships. You know, you want to find the best guy, right? And the way I look at it is like, if it's the best, it's not. A fight is a fight until it's over, and then it's people's perceptions on the fight. So after the 5 rounds, then it's a fight, you know. Like, but I thought this was supposed to be the 2 best guys in the world. You know what I mean? Like, my take on it was like, why don't we just have these fights? Yeah, we have the rounds. We just go until someone wins the fight.
Right.
Instead of we keep this perception out of it. We just keep going round after 5 rounds. Guess what? We're going to 6. Guess what? We're going to 7. We're going to someone quit. That's how you find the best fighter in the world at that weight. At
Old
whatever
school
it is.
Jack Johnson style.
Why not? You know what? That's the way I think. Because it's just perception.
Man.
It's just a perception, right? Because
They'll never do that in America, but they might do it in Asia.
Yeah.
Like maybe you could talk ONE FC.
Yeah,
into
one
something like that.
might be doing some wild stuff like that. They see some wild